Hello, this is Eric Lewis once again with the Technical Analysis Daily Stock Series. Today we're going to be looking at Applied Materials, Amat. Want to take a look at their stock. They had a pretty nice move today, and I just want to do the research so you guys can decide if you want to trade it or not. So here is the daily chart for this over the last year. You can see today Amat had a nice strong move up, finishing $4.54 higher. It's almost a 9% move on the day. So the question is this a buy or not? So first thing I do is I look at the moving averages, and I want to see if all three, the near term, the medium, and the longer term moving average are in line. And right now they are. With that strong move up, the moving averages certainly look bullish. However, I'm going to discount them a little bit because you can see the choppiness that we've seen in the moving averages over time, at least in this 1 year pattern. Why don't we take a look at the 5 year? I like expanding out the pattern because now you get a full view. You get the full look of where the stock has been and what's possible. And even with the 5 year, chart actually shows that the moving averages are actually more bullish than kind of the choppiness that we saw in the 1 year pattern. And you see that it's some of these longer term trends have been affirmed by the moving averages. So that's a strong positive as far as I'm concerned regarding using these as a bullish indicator right now. So next I turn to Fibonacci, and we are at about the 78.6% number for this or 78.6% retracement of the last move. That is, I mean, we're right at one of the key Fibonacci indicators, key Fibonacci levels. Next up, honestly, is the 100%, the full move, and this is the 5 year chart. So we're looking at the highs that we would have seen in roughly Q1 of 2018, closer to $62 a share, so about $7 higher than where we are. That being said, it does give me some reason to pause here with regards to using the Fibonacci, because the fact that we've already hit this high of a Fibonacci retracement level, I don't want to automatically assume that we're going to jump up another $7 higher and retest the high, but you know, it's a positive thing. Let's look at how much we retraced the last big move. So this is still in the 5 year. The last big move, as you can see, retraced all the way down here, just past the 61.8% level. It did not make it back to the 78.6. So this, although it was a bigger move top to bottom from September 2015 all the way through 2018. I mean, that was a very strong 2 year uptrend. We right now are retracing just this level that would take us from late 2018 through now. I mean, we're retracing this here from this downward move in 2018 and climbing higher to see if we're going to push towards new highs. So I turn to the MACD next, and I like the MACD because it does include moving averages once again, but it kind of gives us a little bit different view of them. We do have a cross happening above the zero line. Here's the zero line down here in the lower right hand corner of the screen, and you do see this pattern crossing. It's a stronger bullish indicator. If you look back here right at the beginning of 2019 when we had a crossover there that went higher, it's a stronger bullish indicator where you see that cross below the zero line before a continued trend. The more this thing trends in one direction, the less valuable this MACD gets, because it can get really choppy. So again, I won't rest a whole lot on the MACD. I do want to take a look at any support and resistance, or really get a better look at this trend, this channel that we're in, because we've been trending higher. So let's just see. So I went back to the 1-year chart, so we get a closer up view of this this move higher that we've been making over the course of the last year. And as you can see, our channel, if we were to channel this out, at least goes up to the $57, $58 range. So 57 means that this stock might actually have another $2 in it. We could see a pop. Of course, to test the 100% level of the last move, we need to see it go up to $62. But I'd be happy with the $2 move in this stock too. And one last thing I wanted to look at, I don't use pendants or flags or triangles too often, but this one is really interesting because when I drew it in, you have a flat level here, meaning we weren't going any higher. We were starting to level out, and all of our lower lows we were getting higher lows each time. So the lows were getting higher, the highs were leveling off, and now we have one strong bar today actually above this pattern, which is again going to be bullish. So I would be looking for a bullish move in this stock. So the stock's been in an up move, in a strong trend all year, and the moving averages do support it. And you'll hear, if you listen to these videos, I like looking at moving averages, but I don't rest. I won't bet my money on moving averages alone. I always want to look at what else supports. So the Fibonacci I'm going to go with is inconclusive, solely because we're already at the 78.6% retracement of the last move. Next stop, of course, is 100%, and that doesn't always happen. If it does, we're talking about another $7 in Amat stock. The MACD is bullish, but not as bullish as if we hadn't been in a long upward trend. So right now, MACD is a little less effective, but I do like the way the trend lines and that pendant or triangle pattern looks. That's bullish. Between those bullish signals, and even MACD not being as valuable because of the trend, and along with the Fibonacci kind of not showing us like, oh, we might be hitting this. We've already hit the 38.2, the 50%, the 61.8, and the 78.6. So really next up is 100%. So you could look at the Fibonacci as being bullish as well. I'm going to say that this upward trend is moving higher. I would definitely put money behind the trending channel, not necessarily the 100% retestment of the full last trend, but we'll see. The economy's been strong, and maybe Amat has enough to push higher and get back to that $62 level and beyond. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to share with your friends or other traders. Happy trading.